The time is 2:47. Rain lashes down, each drop hitting the ground like a bullet. Deep within enemy territory, Captain Adil Khan and his team emerge from the darkness, their movements as silent as the night itself. The wind howls, a primal scream against the storm, but their resolve is unbreakable. Failure is not an option, not tonight. Their mission is critical, a needle in a haystack of danger. They're here to rescue a captured intelligence officer, held in a secret, heavily guarded bunker. The objective is simple yet incredibly complex. Get him out, and get him out alive. Adil raises a hand, signaling a halt. The team freezes, becoming one with the shadows. Night vision goggles are lowered, turning the hostile black landscape into a ghostly green world of shapes and movement. In the suffocating silence, every heartbeat sounds like a drum, loud enough to betray their presence to the entire enemy force. Through his goggles, Adil spots them. Enemy patrols, weaving through the trees, their flashlight beams cutting sharp, nervous slices through the dark. They are close. Too close. He gives a series of silent hand signals. The team understands. They move like specters across the muddy, rain-soaked ground. One silent step, then another, then another. Every muscle is coiled, every sense is on fire. Suddenly, a blinding white light erupts, tearing through the night. A flare. It hangs in the sky, a malevolent eye, bathing the entire area in an eerie, unforgiving glow. They've been spotted. The quiet is shattered by the deafening crack of gunfire from their left flank. Dirt and sparks explode around them as bullets chew up the ground where they stood just moments before. Take cover, return fire! Adil's voice cuts through the chaos, a command of pure steel. Move, move, push to the bunker! The training takes over. They are no longer just men. They are a single, cohesive unit of controlled aggression. They advance through the storm of lead, bullets whining past their faces like a swarm of angry, metal bees. They lay down suppressing fire, leapfrogging from one piece of cover to the next, a deadly dance through the battlefield. They reach the bunker. Adil doesn't hesitate. With a powerful kick, the rusty metal door groans and flies inward. He storms inside, his team right behind him, covering every angle. The air is thick with the smell of damp concrete, mildew, and something metallic and coppery. Blood. Dim, flickering lights cast long, dancing shadows on the walls, and there he is. The captured officer, slumped in a chair, his body bruised and broken. He's tied with thick ropes, barely conscious. Adil is by his side in an instant, a knife flashing as he slices through the restraints. He leans in close, his voice a firm whisper, "You're going home, brother." But as they help the weakened officer to his feet, a series of deafening explosions rocks the bunker from the outside. The structure shakes violently, dust and debris raining down from the ceiling. The enemy isn't just at the gates. They're trying to tear them down. They're closing in, and they're closing in fast. Outside, the situation has turned grim. The relentless chatter of gunfire tells a story of a team under siege. 2 of their men are already down, casualties of this brutal firefight. Time, like blood, is bleeding out into the mud. Adil grabs his radio, his voice urgent but steady. "Package secured." "We are taking heavy fire. We need extraction now." The reply crackles back, distorted by static and the roar of the battle. "Copy that, Bravo 6. Extraction chopper is inbound. ETA 10 minutes. I repeat, 10 minutes. Hold your position. 10 minutes." It might as well be an eternity. 10 minutes against an army, with their backs against the wall. The team quickly forms a defensive perimeter at the bunker's entrance, a tight circle of defiance. Their rifle barrels begin to glow red from the sustained firing. Casing after casing ejects, littering the floor. Ammo is running dangerously low. Adil's breathing is heavy, his lungs burning, but his hands are steady. A leader must never show fear. He is the rock upon which his team stands. The rescued officer, leaning against the cold concrete wall, coughs, his voice weak and raspy. Why risk all of this for me?" Adil doesn't turn. His eyes remain fixed on the relentless enemy advance, a fire burning within them. "Because we never leave family behind." The words are not just a motto. They are a sacred promise. Suddenly, a series of small, dark objects arc through the air, landing just feet from their position. Grenades. Without a second thought, Adil roars, "Grenade!" and dives forward, shielding his men with his own body. The world explodes in a flash of white-hot light and a concussive boom that feels like it could tear a man apart. The blast throws Adil against the far wall of the bunker. His vision blurs, and a high-pitched ringing screams in his ears. For a moment there is only pain and confusion. But through sheer force of will, he pushes himself back up, shaking his head to clear the fog. He has to get up. His men are counting on him. Through the ringing in his ears, he hears a new sound, a rhythmic chopping that cuts through the storm. The helicopter. A brilliant spotlight slices through the rain and chaos, a beacon of hope in the heart of hell. Go! Go now! Adil yells, helping his men carry the injured officer towards the rope ladder dangling from the chopper. They move with desperate speed, lifting their wounded brothers first. But just as the last man begins to climb, another massive explosion rips through the air. Adil staggers, shrapnel tearing into his side. He looks up and sees them, dozens of enemy soldiers, a relentless tide of shadows advancing through the smoke. They are about to be overrun. There's no time. In that split second, a terrible clarity washes over him. He knows what he has to do. He looks up at his team, his brothers, safe on the rope ladder, ascending into the sky. His voice is a raw, powerful command that echoes with sacrifice. Get him home. That's an order. He turns his back on safety, on escape, on home. He faces the battlefield, the approaching enemy. He slams a fresh magazine into his rifle, his last one. With a final, defiant roar that echoes across the valley, a cry for his country and his comrades, he charges. For the flag! For our brothers. He becomes a storm of fury and courage, fearless, unstoppable. A lone warrior holding back an army, buying his team the precious seconds they need to escape. The helicopter rises higher, climbing above the smoke and fire. His team watches, helpless, tears streaming down their faces as their captain, their leader, their brother, is swallowed by the chaos below. The radio crackles, then only static. A profound silence descends, a silence that screams louder than war itself. Days later, a search party found his helmet lying beside the scorched, ruined bunker, but his body was never recovered. The legend of Captain Adil Khan, however, was just beginning. To this day, soldiers on that border say that on the darkest nights, a lone figure walks the battlefield, a silent guardian watching over every mission, every soldier, and every home he swore to protect. Because heroes like Captain Adil Khan don't always make it back, but their courage, their sacrifice, that never dies. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories of true courage and honor. We will never forget.